Hi there. My name's James Davidson, or James from Victoria, as everyone in the media seems to arrogantly depict me as the scapegoat for Alan Cleary, the Victoria Police community, and former Premier Gordon Campbell and present Premier Christy Clark. I'm the guy that everybody's taking the piss out of. Something you should realize is that when police and authorities choose to lie and make a scapegoat out of someone, they are criminally harassing that person, being me. And how did this start? I couldn't find employment, so I built a company and incorporated it and called it Lawns on the Side and did commercial maintenance and fence building and building of sun decks. On one particular day, I was in Broadmead having a coffee, and because in my spare time I played ice hockey and was a defenseman for hire at the cost of a beer or two, a firefighter and a cop in uniform started taking a piss out of me, saying derogatory comments about my sexual orientation and how stupid my truck looked with its advertising on it. I took offense to this, phoned a friend, and he recommended that I go to the police station and get their names for a human rights complaint, as they were two public employees in public saying something about a member of the community, a business owner, that they shouldn't. So I went to the police station, made a vociferous verbal complaint, and the sergeant on duty said that I would get their names. What happened was the police retaliated and came after me, arresting me for a psychiatric assessment because my father had mental health issues and had completed suicide, and they eventually took me to the hospital. And once the doctors found out about my father's suicide and the fact I was an athlete and played rugby and ice hockey, they declared me mentally ill and pushed drugs on me, with fat nurses pushing pills. I lost my business because I couldn't operate it. I was locked up in the hospital. I got pushed out of my home because of the abusive nature of the mental health system and the doctors who wouldn't listen to my description of harassment by the police and pushed through an abusive mental health system. My life has completely changed. I'm now drugged. I've gained 65 pounds. I fear contracting diabetes. I am consistently harassed by the police before, during, and after the Olympics, with politicians involved putting pressure on the police. And I have to wear a brace on my leg because of an accident I was in. And yet the police even influence the lawyers by making threats, as does the Premier, but nobody says anything. They keep it hush-hush. The problem that I have is that the police in Saanich, Victoria, and Oak Bay have violated Section 65.2 of the BC Police Act, which states when a report or complaint has been filed, the police should never retaliate, harass, or intimidate anyone. And that's exactly what they have done to myself, my family, without respite. The most abusive part of my experience is the fact that police everywhere in the province of British Columbia know that the police are harassing me in Victoria. And yet they violate the Police Act, Section 65.1, which states that any police officer who knows what another police officer is doing wrong should report it to the Police Complaint Commissioner, which is their form of peer policing to make sure that all the police are honest, etc., etc. But yet they lie about it. And the problem I have is that I can't even protect my family, because when I phoned the police and demanded that Alan Cleary, the police and the premier stopped harassing me and my family, they arrested me and sent me to jail. The police are liars. They bully and have harassed me for 7 years. I've gone to jail for this. They have discredited me, demeaned me, diminished me, and destroyed me for being honest and standing up for myself, my business, and my family. I have very bigoted people saying that I'm a Hell's Angel, I'm gay, and yet I've gone to jail and I'm now on probation for this. And the ironic part is that when you wear your work clothes, Carhartts, work boots, and have a practical wallet, they call you a fucking Hell's Angel in this city. And if you don't have a woman in your life, you're footloose and fancy free, they call you fucking gay. And it's even worse for me because when I was younger and in good shape, I was a professional model and I chased pussy. And I loved it. Not having any strings attached means that you can hang out in the neighborhood, so to speak. You know? I'd like to state publicly that the Saanich Police do not respect the community they serve. Nor does the Victoria Police community respect the people of this city. Look what they've done to James Davidson and his family. I'm the guy. An example is Victoria Police Chief Jamie Graham lied publicly to my face in front of people. This really happened at Commotion College. That all police are not responsible for each other's conduct in accordance with Section 65.1 of the BC Police Act. Check it out on the internet. I dare you. The Police Act again states that when someone makes a police complaint, they should never retaliate, harass, or intimidate them. The neighbors are knocking on the doors. Anyway, this has been done with criminal intent. Criminal intent involves mens rea and actus reus. Mens rea is the guilty mind, predicated forethought. And actus reus is the guilty act itself of harassing someone. Honestly, Victoria, BC is not a safe place for honest people. I sincerely hope that you take care and that you don't come to Victoria, BC because it is a dangerous place with police who operate as a criminal organization. Take care. God bless.